Hello everyone and welcome to the Shadow Realm. Today we're going to showcase my DDD deck profile post BODE. But friendly reminder before we start, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And if you have any questions about the deck, don't forget to join my server, you'll find the link in the description down below. Now let's dive right into the deck profile. We're playing a single copy of DDD Divine King Zero Rage. This card is sadly exclusive only in America, but by the time Battle of Chaos gets released, we'll certainly get our copy legal here in Europe as well. This set's an amazing card. It allows you to play through hand traps and also it prevents you from taking effect damage the first time it's turn and allows you to normal summon your level 8s without tributing. Next we're playing double copies of DDD Oblivion Gigabase Ragnarok. This card is really essential in your combo since you will set this along with the card that you will see later in the video and you're able to revive back your DDDs and continue with your combos after that. Also it has a very relevant monster effect where you can tribute another DD monster and banish one monster your opponents control. Then we're playing a single copy of DDD Chaos King Apocalypse. This card is going to be set with the effect of Gilgamesh directly into the scale and allows you to get a free body on the field while also banishing resources from the graveyard. Moving on, the next DD cards that we're playing is triple copies of DD Lamia and one copy of DD Ghost. In this version of the deck we're not playing Desires, so one copy of DD Ghost is enough. But if you prefer to play Desires, you can bump up the DD Ghost to a second copy. You usually want to summon DD Ghost with the effect of Crystal Hulky Fibrex, and when it gets banned, get back your resources back to the graveyard. Then of course we're playing triple copies of DD Swirl Slime and triple copies of DD Necro Slime. If we get any combination of these cards in the hand alongside the tuner, we can go full combo without any problem. Also in some niche scenarios when you don't have enough resources, you can activate Swirl Slime, go into a Genghis, then activate Necro Slime for a second Genghis and go for a High King Caesar after that. Now for the Stratos of the deck, we're playing triple copies of DD Savant Kepler and the Vine of the deck is going to be DD Savant Copernicus. Kepler allows us to search for any dark contract that we're going to need, while Savant Copernicus can fool us for any DD monster in the graveyard. If you already have the dark contract with the gate in your hand, you can start with Kepler or Copernicus, bait any interruption that your opponent might have, and then you can continue with your combo uninterrupted after that. And that basically wraps up our main deck DD monsters. Then we're playing triple copies of PSY-Framegear Gamma and the one copy of Driver, and then we're playing double copies of Fantastical Dragon Phantazmay. Gamma is a really powerful hand trap, especially when decks rely heavily on their normal summon, but also because you're searching frequently in this deck, you can chain Gamma on your opponent's ass, establish an early negate, and continue with your combos after that. And Fantastical Dragon Phantazmay is great since it scalps your hand, allows you to dig deeper for your combo pieces, provides you with targeting protection, and also the fact that it's a dark attribute means that you can banish it with Allure of Darkness, so you can search for other cards that you're going to need. In this build I'm trying to main deck hand traps that are going to have a high impact in this deck, while also don't clash with your other monsters. And that basically wraps up our hand trap lineup. Moving on to the powerful one-offs in the deck, we're playing one copy of 1/1, one copy of Called by the Grave, and one copy of Upstart Goblin. Upstart allows us to dig deeper into the deck. 1/1 can special summon Kepler directly from the deck, while also allowing us to search for the Dark Contract, and Called by the Grave is a Psyche one-off that can deal with hand traps or our opponent's graveyard effects. In this version of the deck, I'm not playing Crossout since it ruins the consistency of the deck. Now speaking of consistency cards, we're playing triple copies of Where Art Thou and triple copies of Allure of Darkness. In this deck you're playing many level 1 monsters, so Where Art Thou is really great since it can search the combo pieces that you're missing, and Allure of Darkness is really better in this version of the deck since we don't want to banish our one-offs since they are essential in many of the combos that we have. Also both of these cards are bait since we want to gamma our opponent. Now moving on to the Archetype Spells, we're playing one copy of Dark Contract with the Swamp King and triple copies of Dark Contract with the Gate. Dark Contract with the Gate is the Rota of the Archetype, while Dark Contract with the Swamp King acts as a fusion spell while it's on the field. It comes handy in many scenarios that we can interrupt it on the Necro Slime or Swirl Slime in the hand. Also, even if you have the combo pieces that you need, you want to activate Dark Contract with the Gate so you can bait any interruptions that your opponent may have. Now moving on to the last card that we're playing in the main deck is one copy of Dark Contract with the Witch. This is the Chuchi of the Archetype. It allows us to pop cards our opponent controls by discarding a DD card from our hand, and it also bumps up the attack of our monsters. And since many decks are main decking Dark Ruler no more, you can chain this card to the activation of Dark Ruler, and if you have Siegfried in your field, you can negate Dark Ruler with Siegfried. Now let's move on to the extra deck. We're playing the single copy of DD Abyss King Gilgamesh. This card is extremely powerful, and especially moving forward, this card will be even greater in the pure build post-batch. It sets 2 scales directly from the deck, and it allows you to special summon DD monsters from the extra deck if it gets destroyed. Now moving on to the rest of the DD cards, we're playing 1 copy of DD Crossip and 1 copy of DD Crystal Husky Fiber. Both of these cards are essentially DD monsters in disguise. They allow you to combo off freely and create some really impressive and oppressive boards. In my opinion, you can't play the synchro build without using both of these cards. Now for the last link monster in the extra deck, I'm playing 1 copy of Borlsword Dragon. Borlsword is really essential because this deck struggles when going second to OTK your opponent and get over some really powerful monsters. You can easily swarm the field, link into this alongside another DD monster and swing for game. Now moving on to the synchro lineup, we're playing a single copy of DD Gast King Alexander, 1 copy of DD Cursed King Siegfried. This card is the spell and trap negate of the deck, while also when it gets destroyed, you get 1000 life points for its dark contract. Now moving on to the generic synchro monsters in the extra deck, we're playing a single copy of Crystal Wing, 1 copy of Borlord Savage Dragon and 1 copy of Chaos Magic Ruler. The Chaos Magical Ruler allows us to dig deeper into the deck while also getting the resources that we need to the hand. As for Borlord Savage and Crystal Wing, they're both parts of the end board that we're going to end with. The one provides with a monster negate, while the other provides with the Omni negate that we're definitely gonna need. And the newest addition in the extra deck is 1 copy of Baronne De Fleur. This card provides you with another Omni negate, while also giving you the opportunity to revive back any of the monsters that you want from the graveyard, so you can have an amazing follow-up during your 3rd turn. Keep in mind that I haven't included Formula Synchron, but if you want, you can fit Formula Synchron into the extra deck, so you can special summon Baronne during your opponent's turn. Now moving on to the fusion lineup, we're playing 1 copy of the High Flame King Genghis and 2 copies of the Flame King Genghis. Both of them are essential to our combos, while High Flame King Genghis provides us the protection from our opponent's Imperm. Also, both of them allow you to special summon a DD monster from the graveyard if another DD monster is special summoned to the field, so you can swarm your field with many DD monsters. And the last 2 cards in the extra deck is 1 copy of DD Wave King High Caesar and DD Dawn King Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga can be very powerful because it can shut down your opponent's entire field while also wiping the back row, and also be able to set a dark contract from the graveyard. And the DD Wave King High Caesar can be the powerhouse because he can negate summons twice per turn while boosting your DD monsters. Now moving on to the side deck, we're playing triple copies of Droll and Lockbird. Droll can be quite the powerful hand trap, especially since you can search it with the effect of Wearer Thou. It can end your opponent's turn, so you can OTK them next turn. Then we're playing the single copy of Pancratops. It's a great going second card that you can special summon for free and deal with back row. And speaking of dealing with back row, we're playing triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone. Cosmic Cyclone is really powerful, especially in this format that many decks are playing the King of Sky Prison, and also can deal with the Scythe that your opponent may set in the field. A really powerful back row removal that I highly suggest you playing over Twin Twisters in this format. Now moving on, we're also siding triple copies of Dark Ruler No More. Even if you have the budget for Forbidden Droplets, in this deck you want to keep the hand advantage, so Dark Ruler No More is the better option. You can clear their field and then create your own field after that. Then I'm also siding 2 copies of Triple Tactics Talent. Some people may argue that you have to main deck this card, but the reason I'm not main decking it right now is because many decks are not main decking many hand traps. But going first, they can be such a powerful card, looking under your opponent's hand and get the hand knowledge. And the last card in the side deck is triple copies of Infinite Impermanence. Imperm can be such a powerful card either going first or second. It can easily deal with many floodgate monsters like Winda or Utopic F-Zero. It can also negate your opponent's Destroyer Phoenix Enforcer or the Scythe they activate during the standby phase. That basically wraps up today's deck profile. If you enjoyed the video and you want to see similar content like this, let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Also, if you want to support the channels, the links are down below. Until next time, stay safe and I will see you in the Shadow Realm.